Hello and welcome to 94.4 FM Salford City Radio. I'm Jill Bowyer and I've got a guest with me today. Please could I ask you to introduce yourself to our listeners?
Hello everyone, I'm Idani, also known as Idane. I'm a classical pianist who absolutely adores animation. So from Disney, DreamWorks, Studio Ghibli, I just really love the magical world you create with your drawings other than classical music. So my current niche is to curate projects that combines classical music and animation to highlight societal concerns. And the most recent one is child abuse or parenting issues. And the project is known as Healing Our Child Within.
So tell us a little bit more about the background of that then, because it's quite obviously it's a very serious subject, and it's great that you can actually highlight the issues and everything else around that using these great mediums, classical music and animation, as you say. How did you begin all of that? How did you get that off the ground?
Yeah, it's I think there are three very different aspects that I really hold on to. So the first one is definitely classical music, and then the second one is animation, and the third one is societal purpose. And I think especially for me, because I grew up in a place where classical music is not very common, I always find it very difficult to connect with people who actually love classical music in Malaysia. And when COVID happened, I went back, I got slightly lost, and I went to a business radio station to work as a digital content, so as an intern. And I learned different skill sets creatively, so like editing, storyboarding, marketing and such. And I started my own business doing teddy bears, selling teddy bears. And then I learned so many creative entrepreneurship skills which I was not taught in college. Then I realized, hey, I'm actually really good at creating all these different stories outside of classical music. Then, because it was during COVID, and then there was lockdown, and then I was really, really, lonely, and animation became my hobby. Then suddenly one day it just clicked. I always believed that arts has this transcendental power to as a very powerful voice to the society. Why not let me just try and combine all of them into one pot? Then I got some funding from Manchester International Festival Sounds, and then the award from RNCM, and then I decided, okay, I'm gonna make this really big. Then I want my first topic to be something that is very relatable to most of the people. And growing up in my culture, beating, caning, downgrading children are really common acts among families who love their children. Unfortunately, unintentionally, it sometimes demolishes the children's self-esteem, and it creates a very distant relationships between families. And a lot of the time, it affects how we deal with relationships as we step into adulthood. And then I talked to a lot of people in the UK and also my friends from the Europe, and then I learned that one out of 10 children experiences neglect, according to the statistics of NSPCC in the UK. So it is quite a common issue that is not being, I personally think, not being highlighted enough in the society. And that's why I decided to do this project, to raise awareness of types of child neglect, and also to encourage people to speak out and know that they are not alone in this journey. I hope that's not too long.
No, absolutely not. So tell us, what can people expect from the concert? How are you raising that awareness through classical music and animation?
So for this project, I am producing 3 animation films, each targeting different types of child neglect. So the first one will be about neglect, the second one will be about emotional/physical abuse, and the third one will be about sexual abuse. But all of them will be portrayed in a very, very light-hearted way, and that's why I love animation, because it has the magical power to it. So it will be very, very light, but each of the film is I partner with different animators. So one of them is French animator, the other one is Italian animator, but the story is created by a Malaysian cartoon artist. And the third one, which I personally think is the most important one, I'm partnering with participants from Havoka. It's a forum run by adults of survivors of child abuse. And I'm partnering with them in the sense that they are actually providing me real stories. So poems, I'm featuring their poems, their music, and their art all in animation. And after that, so that's the first part of the concert. And then the second part of the concert will be joined by 2 guest artists. One of them is the laureate of Chopin competition, a Polish pianist known as Roxana Zapuszka, and also the winner of national cello competition. His name is Fan Ling Dong, and they will be performing Chopin's music.
It sounds like you've done an amazing job in bringing all that together.
Thank you. I really hope if anybody is free, please come and join us for this journey.
So let's tell everybody where it is and when it's on and how they can get tickets and everything. So
the concert will be held on the 26th of November 2022, which is on a Saturday, and it starts at 1:30 at International Anthony Burgess Foundation. It is a very, very nice and intimate space, and it's near Uni of Manchester, so it's quite near the city centre, and it's free of entry. As long as you just get the tickets online, and you can find them hopefully at the website of Anthony Burgess Foundation. So if you just Google Healing Our Child within International Anthony Burgess Foundation, you'll find all the details above. Right. And we also have a trailer, just so you know, if you want a taste of how the concert will be like.
Brilliant stuff. And that's wonderful that it's free as well.
It is free for everyone because that's the purpose of what I'm doing. I want to encourage as many people to come as possible. There will also be donations. So if you're very, very welcome to provide some donations for organisation Havoka.
So if we're looking on YouTube...
Yes, you can just put in Healing Our Child Within Concert Trailer. And then you can just find a 1-minute trailer, which I think it looks really great.
I think it sounds like an amazing piece of work you're doing there. It really does. And thanks very much for sharing that with us today.